Right, this is refitting the struts. If you haven't seen the removal video, go check that out. Okay, let's get those. You're pretty confident, Captain D.I.Y, putting these back in? Let's see how you go, mate. Always the priority is being careful of that boot there. Gently, slowly up into there. Make sure you got the lined up at the bottom the right way. Stick those through the holes. And if you're organised, you have your nuts close by. That's it. Next thing you do is, just here on the side set, grab one of those. Get that started while you hold it up with your strong arm hard as you can. Screw it all the way down, because what it does, it holds the strut up for you so that you don't have to fight the weight and hold it up to get the bottom in. You can concentrate on pushing the lower control arm down. Right. Okay, that's probably enough for now. Once you get this closer into position down at this end, so remembering to turn that a little bit. Turn the wheel so it's pointing inward, just there to give you a bit more room at that boot there. That's it. And you can put all your weight on that rotor. And as that gets closer, turn it a little bit. Point the front wheel in, that's it. Give yourself a bit more room, that's it. Sorry guys, I can't really actually show you what's going on, but yeah, a little bit more down. And see, the thing is, the strut needs to go up a bit more. So what you can do right there is tighten up those nuts a little bit to help hold it up, because it's just like wants to constantly drop down now that you've got it closer to alignment, closer to going in. That's it, beautiful. And a bit of it, you kind of need to get your weight onto the rotor, not onto the back of the guard there. You bend it just on the outside of the rotor. So your arm up, you kind of want to put your arm up so you can get your weight into it, kind of like, and just sort of give it a bounce, and then that'll just sort of like pop in, really. It will. There's other components you can undo, so some people are watching that have done this before going, oh, you can do this and that, but it's just not necessary, right? Mark's just showing you the hard way to do it at the moment. That's it, see, it went in, so you didn't need it. It was pretty easy, look at that, and it's lined up perfect. Professional, someone did a professional installation on the Brannick 7400 over there. Right, so now what you do is you tighten up those three nuts, okay, all the way, complete. Then we're going to pop this bottom bolt down here in, and then we'll come back to you with more info. Bada bing! Isn't this a start to the video? Good work, Sunshine. Is that your first PRADO front strut you put in?
Yeah.
Did pretty well, considering. When you've done a lot of them, that'll just go boom, straight in. No need to take any other components off, other than what we've shown you in the removal video. And there's a couple other suspension fitting and that we've got, and we always say watch our information so you don't get yourself confused with other information that may conflict. And if you watch, you'll see ours is genuine, authentic, and it's all you need. It's a bit like Brian told me, so you know everything you need to know because Brian told you so. Well, you know everything you need to know because Anthony told you so. All right, he's tightening up those top nuts, then the bottom bolt's going in here. Well, it's actually coming in from the back on the PRADO, so the highlights, it goes in from the front. I don't know, I reckon the Thai guys got it the wrong way around. It's much easier if you put the bolt in from the back, then you can get to the nut at the front here to tighten it up once it's on the ground. This must be finally tightened when it's on the ground, please. All right, back to the other side. We're going to see second strut going into a PRADO. How good is he? He thinks he's pretty good, that's for sure. Straight in at that end, okay, he's probably going to want one of those nuts. We'll get out the way, there you go. Good work. So hold the weight of it. Notice how you sort of, your arm's getting a bit tired, trying to hold up, let the nuts do that. Now you can even have a rest if you want. And then I like to have a 10-20 second rest. You kind of like putting those nuts on is having a rest. Just tight enough so it can't fall out. And then you get your bottom alignment, trying to swing that into position. Turning it in to give yourself more room from the boot if you can. That's it. Always gently, that's it. It'll just go straight in. On the first go, mate. Look at that. You haven't even come back to do those nuts up, and it's in. Is that in?
That's in.
Can I please get in there and have a look? I can't believe it. Mate, you are good. And people said this is hard. And people said, oh, you've got to undo those other bolts. No, you've only got to undo what we showed you in the videos, guys. Now, if you're putting suspension in that's got too long a travel, that may be putting your CVs at risk, then you may need to undo other components, but we don't recommend putting the vehicle at compromise by using the wrong components. All right, so let's get those three nuts at each side at the top tighten. We'll get these bottom bolts in, same as the other side, and we'll come back to you with the next step. So this is what's happening here, right? The easiest way to get the bolt back in, just get a large, say, Phillips head or a bit of steel like an extension, whatever you want. Pop it in that hole at the front there, right? Just a little bit. so that you can get the bolt in at the same time as you lever that to get it into alignment. Now when you're good at this, it just happens real easy. That's it, a bit of a wiggle, and the main thing is you've got to keep the pressure on with your left hand, pushing and wiggling on the head of that bolt. When you've got, with practice, this just happens so easy. So you've just about got it, right? Yeah, no, it needs it, no. Yeah, you got to be decided to keep the screwdriver in there. Your screwdriver's in a little bit too far. That's it. You need to be sort of not that far out. Again, I wish I had 3 hands, one for the camera and one for the bolt and one for the screwdriver, and I could do it instead of just well, I'm not going to get the tripod again, am I?
Maybe.
No, no point. You can't force the bolt in. You need the screwdriver. All right, we'll get the tripod. Sorry about this. I'm working around the tripod a little bit. So what I do is I just put it in a little bit, just kind of like there, like that. A little bit of a lever on the control arm. Right. Oops, bump that. But you can see the bolt. See the thread's already passed there. And there's not a lot of pressure. What you do now is I'm going to push down on that outside of the rotor, like I said, because that takes the weight off, and just use the handle of the screwdriver just to give it a gentle tap, like that, and bada bing. Just comes with experience, mate. It's all good. I reckon we can get this side in, just carefully. Yeah, it's hard working around a tripod now too, mate. So you got beginner's luck and a tripod in the way, so let's just see what happens, guys. It's a balance of getting that screwdriver into the right length, the right amount of pressure to lever it. You're basically levering your lower control arm down a little bit. I just find it, look, you know, don't take it the wrong way, I just find it really easy. It works well for me. And once you get it started, you want me to come in?
Yep.
Let's just do it, mate. Let's just do it. Watch this. Let's say, move this thing out the way a little bit. That was the problem. See, it wasn't you, it was me. I put that in the wrong spot. So what we do is we get in here. Can you just hold that? Out there? Okay, cool. So what we do, we get in here, we just, you know, basically, I mean, you can put it in a long way, you're going to get that leverage happening like that, but then the screwdriver's in the way of the bolt, right? So let's just go for it. It'll go in a little bit, right? You can see it went in most of the way anyway, right? So that was, but the thing is, so the bolt's in about 2/3 of the way through, right? You can't see it out this end here, but I'll show you with the screwdriver, right? It's like, it's only going in that far, and you know, that's about not much further than that, right? So now with a soft handle, not that it matters, it's a bolt, but we don't need to force it in, and I can tell you, even if you don't push down and you hit this other end of the bolt, it's not going to damage the thread, it'll be fine. But why would we not take the precaution to not damage it? And that is pushing down on the rotor, like that. See the movement, the bolt wobbling when I push up and down on it? So at the same time as I push on it, I'm going to hit this. So gently I'm going to go bang. So as I push with my left hand and put the weight on, I use the screwdriver and just tap the head of it. All right, washer and nut on. Again, just loosely, we're going to tighten this one on the ground so it doesn't, to avoid twisting that bush. Even though it doesn't twist it that much and it's not going to cause a problem, again, why wouldn't you avoid it if you can? Here we go, getting it all back together. So basically what's happened is, as I said, those 3 nuts up on top, tightened up, double check them again later. That bottom bolt, washer, and nuts on, we're going to tighten that on the ground. Tie rod ends back in, right, slip those in, sit the nut on, give those a nip up. Sway bar's coming back in place as we speak, right, there it is. So first he brought it over, sat it in place, put the ends in and sat the nuts on. They're just finger tight at the moment. At the end of the job, double, triple check everything. Make sure you didn't miss anything. Some people just rush things and they leave things loose. We've seen photos on the internet of people showing where they've left these nuts loose and whatever, it doesn't matter what. See here, it's good if you've left the bolt there, you can just slip that sway bar on and then you can get the other bolt started, which I'm sure he's about to do that now. Just looking at this vehicle, there looks like there's some clips missing. You can see this flap here. Bada bing, and some clips there, whatever. So look guys, I hope that's about enough really. I mean, I think you can get most of the information from that. Have a look at our remove video. The rest of it's pretty well the opposite of that. We've got the strut back in. The key points are double check all your nuts and bolts, put it back together in the opposite order. Once you've got your sway bar up, you're going to put these brackets back on and your bash plate back on. Yeah, just double check all the tension on all these nuts and bolts and that sort of thing. Thanks for watching guys. If you got something out of that, please give us a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, subscribe, turn the bell on. Bada boom, bada bing. See ya.